Kristin Oviedo, and this is How Can an Astronomer Detect a Large Planet Orbiting a Star? So this problem is a little bit more difficult than people might initially think. It would be kind of like trying to detect the reflection or the shine off of a small quarter when you put it right next to a spotlight, like one of those giant nightclub spotlights, because the star we're looking at is so far away and so bright that it's completely washing out the planet that you're trying to find next to it. So to get around this problem, astronomers have come up with two main, pretty clever ways to try to detect these planets. The first method that astronomers use has to do with measuring the radial velocity of the star, because the planet that's orbiting it is going to kind of tug on the star a little bit. And so the planet, when it orbits, is going to have a really, really large shift, but the star itself will also have just a little shift. And so astronomers call this the radial velocity method, but we're going to call it the wobble method because the star is wobbling just a little bit in response to that planet orbiting it. The second method is called the transit method, and that is basically where astronomers are measuring a dip or a decrease in brightness from the star every time it's eclipsed by the planet orbiting it. So because eclipse is a cooler word, we're going to call it the eclipse method. So these two methods have differing rates of success depending on how far away the star is, but in general this one is much less successful because this only works if you're looking at the solar system and the plane of orbit is on our field of view. So in other words, if this sun had a planet that was orbiting around it like that, we would be able to see the solar system, but we would never see the planet actually go in front of the star like this. So we'd have to be looking at it edge on only. So with this method, we're missing a huge number of candidate solar systems just based on the method that we're using. And so this is by far given us a lot better and more clear results. And a lot of times astronomers will use this method to verify a planet once they think they found it with this method. Notice that both of these methods are pretty indirect. We're not actually taking a space telescope and zooming in really far on a star and then taking a picture of the planet around it. We're just not to that point yet. Maybe one day we actually will be able to visually confirm a planet, but right now we are restricted to these two indirect methods. I'm Kristin Oviedo, and that is how an astronomer can detect a large planet orbiting a star.